Hi, my name's Alondra, and out of the many biomes that we do have in this planet, I decided to pick the coniferous forest. Now, this forest is one of the largest, and it covers at least 15% of our Earth. Now, it's mainly located in the northern parts of Europe and North America, such as Canada, and then Asia as well. Now, one of the many characteristics of this biome is that it has very long winters and then very short summers. Now, it ranges between negative 40 degrees and then the highest being 68 degrees. Now, living in Lake County for my whole entire life, I don't think I've ever experienced a winter where it has reached negative 40 degrees. And I honestly do not think I could survive that. And it does get a lot of rainfall to provide for its plants and other organisms that are living around the area. So with the rainfall, it ranges between 12 inches to 79 inches. So obviously that is a drastic amount of rainfall compared to what we do get. Now it gets a specific type of soil. It's called podzels. Now within this soil, it is very acidic-like, and it becomes very acidic due to the fallen pine needles that I will later discuss, and how these pine needles help the trees thrive. And it is mainly located in the mountain areas, and there are many trees surrounding it. Not very many plants that live on the ground, but it's always trees that are surrounding it. Now, some of the organisms that do thrive and are able to go through these very harsh winters would be the coniferous trees, or as we know them as the evergreen trees. Now, some examples of these trees are the lodgepole pine, the black spruce, and the yew tree. Now, with these trees, they have needle-like leaves, and with these leaves, there is a wax coating that is surrounding them. With this wax coating, it traps in the moisture in order to help the trees get through the winter due to the lack of the precipitation. So it collects it throughout the summers with the max amount of rainfall in order to survive through the winter. And then on top of that, there's pine cones. So with these pine cones, there are seeds. And as they fall to the ground, they are able to reproduce more trees. And the branches are specifically for these trees in order to survive the winter as well. So with the branches, they're very flexible-like. So when there's the heavy amounts of snow that come in, it's able to bend, and the snow is able to slide right off and then just bounce back up, which I think is pretty cool. And like I said before, they don't have very many plants that are living on the ground, but some of the plants that are around the area are the scatoon berry and the salal, and those are common shrubs that are surrounding the area. And then some of the bushes that are there are the Nootka rose and the thimbleberry bushes. Now, all of these plants, they do grow berries to help the animals that are surrounding the area to find a source of food and other stuff. And due to the lack of sunlight, they're not able to survive because they're mainly found more on the ground. And out of all the animals that do live there, surprising there is a lot that are able to survive through the harsh weathers. One of the many animals that we do know is the black bear. Now, the black bear is mainly in North America regions, and they're able to adapt to the cold weather with their thick fur, and then also due to hibernation. So they're able to hibernate due to the lack of food that is within the winter. And they also have their claws to help them get around. So they have specific claws that are able to help them climb the trees and to get through the rocky areas. And another animal that is able to survive is called the lynx. Now, it also has a thick layer of fur, and you'll notice that this is a very common characteristic within all of the animals that are surrounding there. Now, the paws work like snowshoes to help get around, and they also weigh enough to where that they're not going through the snow and getting trapped. Now, their main source of food is other animals, so they prey, I guess you want to say. Now, one of the last ones that I will be discussing today is going to be the porcupine. And as the black bear, it is mainly located in North America regions. It has sharp quills to fight off the prey, such as the lynx, and they have a thick coat under the quills to help them survive through those winters as well. Out of all the environmental problems that we do have within this forest, we play a big factor into it due to the fact that we as humans cut down the trees for our own beneficial use, such as we use them for Christmas trees, the evergreens that you see in your homes every year, and on top of that we use it for paper use. And then around the area there are lots of ski lodges, so locals will cut down the trees in order to build the ski lodges on top of the land. Now as they are doing this, they are pushing the animals out of their home, and they're creating a place that they are no longer able to stay. Now on average, 1 acre of that land of trees is cut down every 12.9 seconds. If you think about how many hours and minutes and seconds we have in a day, that is a lot of acres just within that 24-hour time period. But there are ways to prevent for deforestation to happen. One of the main things that we've all learned when we were younger is to recycle. You have to recycle your paper. And then another thing is to make everything online. So if you're sending a document over, instead of putting it on a piece of paper, make sure to give it like through an email or something like that. Now, if we continue to hurt our environment, there will no longer be any living organisms that will be able to thrive there anymore. So we need to do whatever we can to help save that biome. And thank you.